Oh, hello again everyone, welcome back. Here we are once again, well not once again actually, for the first time in the Greek island of Crete. As you can see here, this is my Panama. It's oddly named because they're made in Ecuador apparently, so they should be called Ecuadors. But anyway, because it's hot and the sun is quite strong, I'm going to wear it on my head, which is I suppose what you do with hats. So I'm in a little former fishing village right now called Georgeoupolis, which is on the northwest coast of Crete. It's around about 45 to 50 minutes from Hania, and it's, as I said, it's a former fishing village, and it's on the banks of the Almiros River, which you can see here, and you've got all sorts of things, fishing trips and various bits and pieces, and you've even got what they call pirates cruises there. Well, yes, there we are then. I don't think I'll be going on any one of them at any point in the near future, and it's quite touristy now, and that you can tell quite quickly from the hotel names, which are called things like Mare or Deep Blue Sea and so on and so forth, which I think perhaps are designed to appeal, let's mind out for that cable there, designed to appeal to visiting tourists. There are quite a few German tourists here, and a fair smattering of Brits abroad, as it were, for which I am one, of course. So Georgeoupolis means literally, apparently, city of George. It was used in Byzantine times, and you will see descriptions of that kind across the Greek islands and of course Greece as well. Nevertheless, the other things that you will see, and I'll point something out here to you, are chapels, and quite often the local areas will be named for the chapel, and if you see the word Agios, that means saint. So the thing I'm going to show you now and going to walk out to, if we can, is a rather interesting church, a chapel, which is called Agios Nicholas, means Saint Nicholas, and you can see it out there in the distance there. It's actually out on a promontory, which you can walk to, and we're going to see if we can get to it now. So it's a bit hairy getting there, because it's I think what they've done is just dropped a load of rocks into the water in order to be able to allow you to walk across to it. But we'll have a little wander across and see if we can get to it anyway. There's quite a few people going there now, so we'll be filming members of the public as we go, but hopefully they don't mind that, and we'll see what we can do about getting there as we go. And it will give us a chance to look at the beach. Now, the beach here, as you will see when we turn around and pan back across it, is actually the longest beach in Crete. It's round about 5 miles long, something of that nature, around 9 kilometres for those of you who operate in these continental measurements. But there we go, just step down there a little bit, get more towards the shoreline here. And as we'll just move away from the people just a little bit, you see smatterings of taverns. Oh, there's someone's filming me, and I'm filming him filming me. Well, actually, he's not there at the minute, but there we go. So that's a little bit more organised than my camera, shall we say? But there we are. That's quite incredible. That's a long lens there, and oh well, we'll leave that lady to her business. So the other thing to know about the beach here at Georgeoupolis and across the coast here, you can see as we pan across there all the way across to the sort of Antares area, is that it's also a place where wildlife come as well. From time to time they have loggerhead turtles nesting here and laying their thousands of eggs at a time. So anyway, here we come to the rocks, and we're going to see if we can wander across here. So I'm going to have to pick my way through this very carefully, and we'll see how we get along anyway. So here we go. So it looks like volcanic rock to me, but I don't know absolutely for certain. So we'll just I'll point the camera along out to the side here and hope the wind's not getting in the way whilst I look down, and you can see the sea here, and I'll just keep my little commentary going here, which I do hope you can hear. But actually what we'll do is we'll pan back and look that way. Yes, it's not so easy to go. You have to be careful because I'm wearing, shall we call it, inappropriate footwear. Which if you look down there, you can see fish down there. There we go. I don't know why it is we look at fish when we're on holiday. They suddenly become interesting, don't they, I suppose? But there we are. Funny story. Well, not funny, actually, quite peculiar. It was some years ago, my wife and I holidayed in Corfu. We went to a little island called Antipaxos. That's just quite near Paxos, which you may know. And we landed at Paxos and we went to have lunch in a taverna there. And as we were walking along the quayside, a fish leapt out of the water onto the quayside, clearly trapped itself, and had to be put back into the sea. It was only a small one, about sort of 7 or 8 inches long, something like that. So not very big, but I picked it up, threw it in the sea, and it went away. So here we go. I'm still moving along here at a sensible rate, but as I say, you have to pick your way quite carefully here. So we'll keep my eyes trained on the rocks. Let's see if I can move past these little kiddies here. So they're going a bit more slowly, and maybe I can move a little bit more swiftly here. There we go. Right, I can step a little bit more lively here. Oh. Maybe I can get ahead. That would be quite good. I have a hat after all. Sorry. Thank you very much. So here we go. Right. I've overtaken people who are going at a more leisurely pace, because the one thing that you don't want from me is me jabbering away and showing you a picture of a hill and the sea and so on, as I pay more attention to walking across these rocks here, which you can see are by no means even, so you have to sort of pick your way quite carefully here. And I'll give you an example of what this looks like here. So there we go, coming along right here. I think not going too badly. It's quite warm here, about 27, 28 degrees at the moment. It's about 11:30, something along that line. And there's a bit of a breeze coming from the southwest, so it's rendered a little cooler, which is pleasant, shall we say. We're still about sort of, I don't know, 50, 60 yards to go yet, and we'll see how we get along. And see if I can leap across here. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I think perhaps if I take my opportunities as they come, that's probably the way to do it. And I shall see if we can get to the chapel here. I won't go into the chapel out of respect for those who revere this particular religion, which is the Greek Orthodox Church, and we should revere those kind of religions, every religion in fact. Enough said on that, but anyway, I won't go inside, so that won't be a problem. And I also hope not to fall in the water, because that would, shall we say, that would be irksome. Yes, once we get past the slow moving people, it's actually possible to go rather a lot more quickly. So here we go, going along at a bit of a pace now. And picking our way over the rocks. I won't film coming back because, well, why would you? You've already been this way once, you don't need to go again. I picked a bad route there. Some of the rocks here are a little bit loose and rock just a little bit, by which I mean rock back and forth. And here we are, so we come to a more steady area, and this is the church of St. Nicholas, or Agios Nicholas. You can go in, but I'm not going to, because it wouldn't be respectful to do so, as I've said. There's the Hellenic flag you can see here. There's another church over there, I believe. You can see that there, over on the stretch of land, but you can see what the lie of the land looks like. There's some green. There'll be olive trees up in the hills here somewhere along the line. Something like 8 million olive trees on the island of Crete. It's a big producer, they believe, and I think quite rightly, that their olive oil is the highest quality olive oil in Greece and perhaps in the world. They're one of the foremost producers, as you would expect, and quite a lot of the time the production of olive oil in Greece is done by cooperatives, and by that I mean that local producers and every olive branch, every olive tree in Greece is owned by somebody. The local producers get together, form groups of people, and there'll be an olive press somewhere where they press the olives to create oil, and they use all the byproducts from these as well. So once the oil is pressed, they can filter it, and then you've got virgin olive oil, and then cooking olive oil, and so on and so forth. So it's big business here, I'd say, and every olive tree is owned by somebody. So as you can see, in the middle distance there is Georgeoupolis. It's not the biggest of places, as I say, 40-50 minutes from Hania, which is spelt Chania. So some of you may know it as Chania, but the locals call it Hania. And as we pan across, you can see the hills going up into the central area of northwestern Crete here. Now, if we go further down here and we go along past the promontories there and away over to there, in the distance there, some 40 or so kilometres away, is Rethymnon, which is the next biggest resort here. But there are hotels all along this coastline, and my hotel is around 2 miles sort of that way, in that direction over there. So there we are. This is the first church I've ever encountered that was stuck out more or less in the sea, to be honest with you. So that's quite an interesting thing. Here we are. So anyway, there's a little video for you as I go about my peregrinations. Somewhat unusual, but hopefully it gives you a little bit to look at here. I may do another one from Hania in the next couple of days, we shall see. There are other things that I might go to as well. I'll probably ride a bicycle up to Lake Kournas, Kournas. That's not very far from the hotel where I'm staying. So there we go. So look, that's there's one piece of bad news, I would have to say. Having walked through Georgeoupolis, there isn't a model shop to be found anywhere. The horror. I'm sorry to tell you, there isn't one. Otherwise I'd have gone into it and I'd have made a video of it. But there we go, not to worry. I shall let you carry on. I see a sea monster has appeared here. We shall just zero away from him for a minute. I shall let you carry on with your day. Thanks very much for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you the next time. Take care for now. Bye-bye.